A sexual abuse victim in the Netherlands has been allowed to have doctor-assisted suicide because her depression and post-traumatic stress disorder was so severe that doctors in the Netherlands did not believe that she was treatable any longer. Now, the woman was very young. She was in her 20s. The Dutch woman in her 20s was euthanized using a lethal injection after her doctors determined that the post-traumatic symptoms she suffered as a result of childhood sexual abuse were unbearable. Now, she suffered from severe anorexia, chronic depression, hallucinations, compulsions. She did not only go to one doctor. She went to several doctors. They came to the same conclusion, which is why in the Netherlands they allowed her to undergo doctor-assisted suicide. Now, there are psychiatrists and psychologists in the United States that do not agree with this, and they say, look, this woman, she's unidentified, was brutally raped between the ages of 15 and,
5 and 15.
5 and 15, Jesus Christ. And so when you go through something that traumatic during your formative years, it's much more difficult to treat you. It takes longer, it's more challenging, but that's not to say that you're incurable or that you can't get better, right? So they disagree because they think that you can help. It's a lot harder with a young victim, but you can do something to save that person's life. So.
Yeah, of course, I don't agree. So I think it is a hard question, though. So I don't agree with the Netherlands, not the American psychologist. So, look, the reason it's a hard case is because I believe that you can do whatever you want with your body. So I actually believe in liberty, freedom, all the things that libertarians often talk about. And I think a lot of them actually agree with, right? And so if she wants to commit suicide, she could jump in front of a train, she could jump off a cliff, she could do all these different things. And who am I to judge whether her pain is bearable or unbearable and make that decision for her? I should have almost nothing to do with it. So I'm for her freedom to do anything she wants, including this, right? And I don't have any morality attached to it. So if you attach morality to it, it's only because of some old dogma that you got from some mythology. Because in reality, if you look at what real morality is, it's how we treat one another, right? So she's not affecting anyone else. So it's her business, not our business, right? It's not hurting anyone else. I know that her family's, I'm sure, are hurt by it, but that's between them. It's we as the government should have nothing to do with it, right? Now, on the other hand, I refuse to believe that that a mental condition is, quote, incurable, right? So partly not because of, I'm an optimist. No, it has nothing to do with my beliefs. It has to do with the fact that therapists, first of all, totally have a variance of opinion on this. And oftentimes you have to find the right therapist for you. It might be a good therapist, but not a right match for you. So yes, she might have gone to 2, 3, or however many she did, but it's entirely possible she would have found a therapist that was better for her in some way. She might have found medication that was better for her. And it might be possible that it was not in a year, but in 20 years that she got better. And look, again, I go back to, hey, it's not my business to tell her to bear through terrible pain, emotionally, psychologically, etc., for 20 years on the hope that you might get better. So in the end, yes, I agree that she should be able to do assisted suicide because I think that is an ultimate right that she has that I can't argue with. But I wish she hadn't done it because I feel like that they're in a situation like this, it is not terminal and that there is hope.
Yeah, I actually agree with you 100%. I think that it's your body and you should decide what you want to do with your body, and the government shouldn't come in and tell you, no, you are not allowed to kill yourself. I mean, that doesn't really make any sense. It's your body and you're not harming anyone else, you're harming yourself. With that said, I mean, the argument against the doctor-assisted suicide in this case is, well, she doesn't have a terminal illness. But if you have severe anorexia that, psychologists can't cure, well, you kind of do have a terminal illness because you're eventually going to die from your anorexia. But other than that, I mean, even if you don't want to get into the nuance of the things that could kill her, it's her body. She gets to make the decision. But I do disagree that it's incurable. Maybe it is incurable, but it's not untreatable. I mean, there are a lot of people. My best friend is a therapist, right? I called her and I had a really, really long conversation with her about this because I wanted to get her thoughts. And she's like, look, it's really hard to treat a patient like this, and you have to make sure that you pair her up with the right therapist. That's another very difficult hill to climb. But to say that, someone's a lost cause is just incorrect.
Yeah, I feel like, in a sense, they all gave up on her, and that's what's kind of breaks your heart. But like we said, it's not our decision to make. So if she made that decision for herself, we're not in her shoes. We didn't go through that pain for as long as she did. And remember, she was abused for 10 years, from 5 to the age of 15. And another good point here, and a really interesting one, is adults can actually take abuse a little better because they've already developed their mental core, right? But for kids who are young, they've not yet developed it, and that trauma becomes part of their mental core.
Yeah.
Or it can in some cases, and in some cases it can be extreme like this. That's why sexual abuse of kids is just even more horrific than you might imagine, and we already imagined it was the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So it sometimes literally ruins their psychology for the rest of their lives.